Welcome back. Good to be with you all. Hey, Paul.
How are you, Dan?
Very good.
Good to be with you guys.
It's nice to be in the headquarters and be connected here face to face. After last year of not being together too much, it's a welcome return to being in the office together.
Sure is.
So being that we're here, we're able to talk a lot of training tactics and tools and what's working for us individually. And today we were just talking about the benefit of time under tension training. So before I get into it and my experience, Paulie, any thoughts about it and your experience of it?
Yeah, well, throughout 2020, nearly everybody didn't have the opportunity to really step foot into a gym. And what that did for me was to open up it gave me permission to really explore body weight and calisthenics exercises to their fullest. And by saying to their fullest, I barely scratched the surface of what calisthenics can actually offer, but like you can, because the path is limitless. But what I could do is really delve into science behind benefits of what body weight exercises can deliver on. And, it's pretty simple when it comes to gaining progressive overload. The concept of progressive overload is really just being able to overload your body in a progressive manner without making it sound too obvious. It's a pretty simple process when it comes to options at the gym, because you can put 2.5 kilos on each side and boom, you've got a 5 kilo overload, right? You don't have that option necessarily when it comes to working out at home or whatever it might be. So you need to manipulate other factors. You can manipulate other factors by, control. A great way of manipulating other factors is this time under tension concept, which really is just about being able to control yourself through gravity. Because often when you are dropping down for, say, a squat or a push-up, it could be really, really simple for you to just collapse into it because gravity does all the work. And I have a saying that's kind of resonated throughout the years, and it's "Don't be gravity's bitch." And ultimately, it is about you being able to control yourself through gravity, because that is the way you're going to be able to deliver strength gains through calisthenic movements. So, for example, if you're going down for a squat, you could have a barbell on your back and you could punch out a set of 5 at 50 kilos, let's say. And then you want to overload to 60 or 70 kilos, you're going to put that weight on. Well, let's just say, you want to go through an overloading process with a squat without using anything. Well, you'll go through a warm-up of 5. And then let's say you wanted to be able to do a 5-second eccentric phase and then explode up through that concentric phase. The eccentric is on the way down, pause, and then explode up. You do that for a series of 5, all of a sudden, your legs are going to start to get a little bit more cooked because there's time under tension. Now, let's say you want to take it another level and you go 5-second eccentric, 5-second concentric on the way up. All of a sudden, you've got yourself a 10-second squat. Okay. That's starting to get a lot more difficult. Let's add in something else. 5 seconds on the way down, 5-second hold, and then a 5-second concentric. All of a sudden, you've completed 1 rep in 15 seconds. Let's say you do 5 of those, and you want to then throw things completely wild, and you do a series of 15 jumping squats after you've done that. You're hitting all different triggers, all different slow twitch fibers and fast twitch fibers. Different stimulus means an adaptive process as a result.
Beautifully explained. And so these are really practical ways to upgrade your body weight training, especially if you are at home. So a lot of people in the Northern Hemisphere, hopefully you get some great benefit from this, because we know that you're in lockdown now and we're thinking of you as we were there for many months last year. These are just great ways to shock the system, to challenge yourself. I've been at home a lot too, training, and so fortunately I have a 2.5-year-old and a 6-month-old, and so I'm just adding them to the training that I'm doing and taking my time doing it as well, and I'm loving the extra work. And there's just so much value, and equally, and if not more importantly, is those static holds. And Paul mentioned that, just going down in the squat and holding there and using your breath to stay put in the discomfort is also another really good way to challenge yourself. So there's a myriad of variations that everyone can use to progressively overload the system. And it's just about starting with like 1 second and then 2 seconds, and then just building from there. And another way to really see your gains is to just jot everything down. Keep it really simple, but to see how far you've come, sometimes it can be nice to review things. So that might be a takeaway, just to see your evolution and expansion and progression using time under tension techniques and tools.
Absolutely. And there is a science to this as well. So if you get a little bit lost with this, go find somebody to guide you through this process, because it's not as simple as just whacking a couple of extra weights on the barbell. You know, there is a science to this. It's about manipulating your stimulus and understanding how to go through this periodization model when it comes to getting gains in the end of the day.
Awesome. Hopefully this is helpful. Look forward to some updates.
Thanks, guys.